Hello, my name is Duncan and I'm a lay minister here in Verwood, and this is my thought for this coming week. Today, in many churches up and down the country, it is harvest festival time. A time to be thankful to God for providing for us this past year, and a time to think about others in our society who need our help and support. Harvest festival is rooted in ages past, especially those societies that lived directly off the land and relied on the land producing a healthy crop. Not so much nowadays, as most of us are not part of the farming community and so derive our income elsewhere. But despite that, the same principles apply, in that Harvest Festival is a time to thank God for all his blessings and provisions we have received this past year, and to be generous back with the spoils of our labours, our money. God wants us to live, not really by the letter of law, but by the spirit of law, which is to show love and compassion to all, to be generous in our lives, and in the way in which we deal with others, generous in giving our time and money to God and to other people, and not to be selfish. God does not like selfishness, but applauds generosity. God also applauds thankfulness, applauds being aware that everything comes from him. God tells us in the Bible very clearly that everything in this world is his, but that he entrusts us with it, and so expects us to be rightful and generous with it, to be good stewards. So much so that Jesus told a parable about a rich man. He said, "The land of a rich man produced abundantly. And he thought to himself, what should I do? For I have no place to store my crops. Then he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?" So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich towards God. Applying that parable to our own lives, it is not really about our fields producing crops, but it is about our efforts producing money. Jesus was being quite clear in that we must not be too greedy. Is not God telling us that we must not fall into this trap of wrong thinking? He does not want us to think, should we earn an abundance of money, well, I have enough money now laid up for many years, so I can relax, eat, drink, and be merry. There is nothing wrong whatsoever in providing for ourselves and our families. It is indeed very right and proper that we do so. But should we find ourselves with surplus, we must not hoard, as the person in the parable did. But we must think generously how we can use that time or money as God wants us. Thank you for listening.